Hey guys, Games for Life here, and here's how to get infinite hydrazine in Astroneer. The basic premise of this video is that people just make their life harder by not doing this early in the game. A lot of people told me that getting hydrazine feels like the most boring part of Astroneer because you need it so much and it's so hard to get. And to that I say, no, it's not. You can easily do a hydrazine farm and you can get literally infinite hydrazine, meaning you only need soil for it, and there's so much in the whole Astroneer universe and solar system that you'll never really run out if you actually run out of all the soil in the whole Astroneer system. That means you can no longer play the game. So considering that, yes, this farm grants you infinite hydrazine, and it is easy to build and easy to use. All you need are some advanced resources, but basically all you see behind me, that's the whole hydrazine farm, and we're gonna build it right now. You probably already know for hydrazine you need 2 ammonium plus 1 hydrogen. So our farm will have 3 parts. I'll put a schematic on screen right now. Don't mind the poor drawing, I don't really have the drawing skills for this. But I tried, believe me, I tried. So this is all I could get. This is our schematic for this video. So we have a hydrogen part, an ammonium part, and then the hydrazine where both of them combine. Doesn't look that complicated, right? Now one thing to note is that you will need some power for this, so I've added, before filming this, I've added this part to our Silva base. So we can have some wind power, some solar power, and where none of those are in place, we've got the batteries to keep our farm going even when there's no sun and no wind. All you need to know is that this farm design takes about 50 use per second to function, so that's the average you want to be around. So yeah, make sure you add power to your base before building this. But now let's start actually building it, and we'll start with the ammonium part. So we'll need one of these large platforms. Let's put it right here. And basically you can just go back and screenshot that schematic if you want to. You just do that. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm looking at my phone for the schematic and I'm just doing what it says over there. I've actually tested this before to make sure the schematic actually works. So we've got 2 soil centrifuges right here. Now what we need is the soil. We can put it over on this side. And let's get 2 medium storages for this other part. We've got that in place. Now we'll need a small platform and an auto arm, and that's gonna grab things from here. Let's put it closer. Next up we've got a large platform B right here with some medium storages on it. And then 2 more auto arms right at the end. Make sure to turn them around so that it takes from the green and puts into the blue part, and make sure to connect everything up as well. So that's our ammonium part. We'll put some items in the selector slots of these auto arms once we start the farm, but for now this is basically it, and I'll explain exactly what it does and how it works once we get it going. Now let's move on to the hydrogen part. Up here we'll need a large platform B with an atmospheric condenser on it. We'll have another auto arm right in front of it, and then a platform with 4 medium storages, so essentially the same as on the other side. We'll have an auto arm over here, and I'll tell you in a second basically why there's only 1 auto arm on this side and 2 on the other. You can probably already guess from the way hydrazine is made, but we'll get to that point when we watch the whole thing in action. So that's the hydrogen part already done. Now let's move to the hydrazine, where we'll need one of these platforms with a chemistry lab on top. Make sure to adjust the auto arms accordingly so they can all go into these slots in the middle right there. So make sure they can all reach that. And then there's the final auto arm and the platform where you'll get your hydrazine. So this is where all the hydrazine will be stored. Of course, if you want to make more hydrazine or you just want to come back to the hydrazine farm less often, you can just add more soil at the beginning of the farm and then add more storage space for hydrazine at the end of the farm, and you'll have to come back to it less often. And we'll place some empty canisters where we'll store our hydrazine. Let's unpack them right here. There we go. Now just to be safe, I'll add some resin on the sides of this, just so I know it doesn't put the hydrogen on the side, so that the auto arm can actually grab it from the middle, so we don't have any wasted time or wasted energy. And you can do the same for this one, but here I'll actually let these auto arms fill these spots up, so we have some extra storage for the excess ammonium or hydrogen. Okay, so we've got everything connected, power is flowing through our whole farm. Let's get the resin out of here for now. Now what you'll want to do is set both of these soil centrifuges to ammonium and put it on repeat, of course. Then we'll add 2 of these and they should start getting the soil. Then we turn on both soil centrifuges, and now they'll produce ammonium. Once we have some ammonium, I'll place one in the selector slot of this auto arm. And on this side you should just select the repeat button and start creating hydrogen. After the farm is going for a little while, you'll be able to see if one resource is produced faster than the other one. So for example, if we get double the ammonium we actually need and we don't have enough hydrogen, you can add to the hydrogen part. Or if you see that you're producing more hydrogen than ammonium, you can add to the ammonium part. Now a good thing to note is that once this is done with one hydrogen canister, this is actually 5 hydrogen in there. So you'll be able to use it 5 times for your chemistry lab. Alright, let's put one ammonium in this slot, and now we can turn this on, and it will get stored in this excess area space right there. One hydrogen is done, so let's take it and put it in the selector spot here. Now we can turn this auto arm on as well, and it is already producing another hydrogen. I think I forgot to mention this, but this video will be in an automation playlist where I've got a ton more farms just like this one, so make sure to go check that out after finishing this video. A card should appear on screen right now, but now let's get back to our hydrazine here. So we've got some ammonium stacking up. Now we can take it and place it in the selector slots of these auto arms. We can turn these on as well. Basically, once these spots are filled, what we want is for the auto arms to stay up in the air with the resource on them, so that when the chemistry lab is ready to take in some more ammonium, it will be able to put it straight into that. Now let's go over here, select the hydrazine, put it on repeat and turn it on. For now we'll have to wait because we have no hydrogen, right? So now we've got 2 of them right here. We'll take one and put it in the selector slot of the auto arm, and then we'll turn the auto arm on. And look at that, now we started creating hydrazine. We'll take the hydrazine, same thing, put it in the selector spot and turn on the auto arm. So now it will take all the hydrazine that's crafted and put it right here. Make sure to disable output on all of these so that they can actually take in the hydrazine. And basically that's it. There you go, that's your farm. Now you'll be making hydrazine until your soil runs out for the ammonium part. Your hydrogen part will never stop. So keep this in mind, the hydrogen will never stop producing, but the ammonium will stop once your soil is gone. So you'll have to come back and put some more soil in here. But as I said, you can expand this part and have a ton of soil canisters there, right? So we are already getting a pretty large amount of hydrazine off of just these 4 soil canisters, and not even half of them are done. So yeah, this is a great way to get a ton of hydrazine. I hope you understood how it works. If not, go back and rewatch the schematic for it, make a screenshot and go into your own Astroneer world and build this. I'd love to see a bunch of you guys build this exact farm in your worlds. Make sure to send me some screenshots or some short videos of you actually building this farm. That would be really cool. And if you have ideas for some other farms, make sure to let me know down in the comments below. Alright, that's it for today. Don't forget about that automation playlist I've talked about earlier. This video will be there. There are a ton of cool videos there, so make sure to save the playlist and watch it all. I've been Games for Life, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, Astroneers!